I don't know what I'm saying. I'm a singer, not a rapper, but I'm kind of cool. I only really can rhyme just like a couple times and then that's it. I hope that this helps the girlies. This helps the girlies. Let me move my clothes so I don't look like a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Let's get into this freaking video. Oh, cue music. Dizzy on the beat. And your mama got spanky feet. I think this is it. Need to do it just like this. What's good, y'all? What's really hood? It's your girl Dizzy, and I'm back with another YouTube video in my contemplation corner. If you're new here, I'm Dizzy, and not literally, but you know, right? Cool. So this is just a cool space, safe space, only good vibes, where I'm talking about my journey as an artist, as an entrepreneur, things that I've learned about myself through my healing practice or healing journey. And I'm also a yoga teacher, and so I just be doing a lot, and this is my little space to share with you all, and hopefully it helps somebody. So if you're new here, like, comment, subscribe if this video resonates with you. I'm sure you clicked on it because you're trying to figure out what's going on with the music. If you're an artist wanting to start your journey, if you're a female in the business that's been having a tough time, this is the video for you. Like, watch this. I'm not sure what exactly is going to come out of my mouth, but it'll be something, I think, that will set somebody free. So without further ado, let's get into the video. This is Thomas, my handy dandy, and I will actually tell you the story of Thomas in this video because it's also a reason why I decided to take a break. I'll tell you the story about Thomas. I actually wrote down what I'm going to talk to you about today. I was on IG Live earlier and I got some questions from the folks in the group chat. Question number 1 is, what is my favorite genre of music? I don't have one. I will say my favorite genre to perform is classical. That's my background. I have had 13 plus years being a trained classical vocalist. Question number 2, what's really going on with DULCE PAPI? I've had a really hard time with this one, y'all, because there's a part of me that has been afraid to say what's really going on or how to say it in the most political way in which I don't feel like I'm presenting myself to be a victim or burning bridges, or maybe it's a bit of what is it? Is it Stockholm Syndrome? When you protect the people that hurt you? Is that what it's called? Because maybe that's what it is. This song literally put me into one of the worst depressions of my life because it was leaked. It went viral overnight. Snoop got wind of it. It was at 1 million views. It was like some crazy cat video with the song behind it. 5 million. 5 million in 3 days. 5 million people viewed that video in 3 days. And over 60,000 comments. It blew up. And I had never been in that position before. I was devastated because I drew up a treatment for the video. I'm also a producer. And so I put together treatment for the video, the color theory, the everything. And it was shot down by somebody that was involved in the process of this song. You all are very smart, so I'll let you read in between the lines. I realized very quickly that the splits weren't right. I wrote the song and I performed the song, and so I didn't understand why my splits didn't reflect that. Eventually it was fixed, but fixed incorrectly. And then I said, let's just isolate this particular song and let's come together, have an agreement where we push this song, because there's 5 million people waiting for it, in which I got a laugh in my face, and I'm not signing this. And I had worked with my attorney, who has now passed away, God rest in peace, Kendall, to draw up this agreement, and he laughed in my face. So I'm like, wouldn't you want to get bread? Don't you want to do this? So I brought it up for years, and it was, I got sunned. You would think that people would want to make money, and what I quickly discovered is in this industry, people want control. They want power. There's a spirit called the Jezebel spirit that people think only is on females, but really it is the power to seduce and to control. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's question number 2. They held my music. They held it. There was no amount of money. I was like, how much do you want for it? There was no amount of money. Like, the masters held. Well, what can I do? Let me build my socials. Let me build up, my end, because I feel like I'm being taken as a joke, to be honest. Snoop co-signing me, literally following me, posted me on his story, the performance, all of that. And I'm like, cool, let's go to Snoop. Let's see what's up. The answer was, Snoop can come to me. What? What are you talking about?
I need that money.
My grandma was sick at the time. It was so many crazy things going on. And I'm like, this felt like a glimmer of hope. And it was just, one, I didn't ask for it. It just came out the blue. And then it was snatched from me. I feel like that's one of the most devastating things as an artist, is to have opportunities presented to you and be so close and feel so far away, and it just be like snatched from you. I wrote the song. I sang the song. I came up with the treatment for the song. I performed the song. For anybody that's watching this, might sound a bit cringe, especially if you're a female and you're an artist, but this might sound a bit cringe. It is way more difficult for attractive women in this industry, because even if producers are not trying to sleep with you, they want to control you. They want to control the narrative a lot of the times. Because there have been some great producers that I've worked with in LA, in London, even on Dulce Papi, some really dope people that I worked with. But unfortunately, a lot of the times, one bad apple spoils the bunch. For the girlies, be smart. Know exactly what you want out of the situation. Know your splits. Do your splits before you leave. Matter of fact, don't cut anything. Do some preliminary splits. Do some splits afterwards. I don't care if they look at you crazy, because they're gonna look at you crazy. They're gonna be like, what do you mean we ain't even do anything? No, this is just a vibe. We're cool. Homie who tried me with Dulce Papi heard my story and said, I'm not like that. I feel like everything should be able to be worked out. And yet and still.
Look, I don't have time to play games with you, okay?
Hey, Bubba, ain't nobody playing no games, all right? Ain't nobody playing no games, all right?
It kind of mirrors a marriage, if you will. Knowing what you need to have in order to feel equal in your partnership. It's kind of like a marriage, but these things need to be negotiated in the beginning. So there's a clear understanding things are in black and white. Because especially when the money starts coming in, when the attention starts coming in, then you start to see people act funny.
We ain't talking about baseball. Talking about no baseball.
You're not listening to me. I'm trying to explain it to you the best way I know how. It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you.
Girls, be smart. Know the business. I didn't know a lot about the business. I knew enough to where I would speak up and catch hell for it. Oh, you're being a diva. You're being problematic. oh, just chill. You don't really know what you're talking about. Gaslighting me up the behind. It's cringe. Know the business, play dumb. Oh, you're not doing the splits beforehand? Oh. No, I was told I can't do that. You don't need to be friends with these. Let me not project. Don't let them know everything that you know. Always have an attorney on deck. Don't go to places solo. If I knew what I know now, I would have always kept the squad. That's some of the nonsense I was dealing with on the music side with Dulce Papi and with other producers that I worked with. I had a funny situation happen where I recorded this EP and I thought I was doing it right. I said, cool, let me get the session files. So I watched the files be dropped from my hard drive to, from their hard drive to my hard drive, right? 50-50 splits, everything's cool, on the up and up. I'm like, yeah, we got this, let's go. I'm on my business, I'm on my boss stuff. This is before Dulce Papi, all right? I remember I was about to release a song and I was sending it over to get mastered. And so I send over the files and the people hit me back and they're like, we don't have all the files. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'm looking at the folder, it's all the files, and I send it over. So they're like, no, we have your voice. So this time I have my voice, all right? It's crazy trying to take my voice from me. I had my voice this time, but the producer pulled a fast one on me and didn't put the session, the studio session, so like the files for the production. So I didn't have everything that I needed to get it mastered. Now, in some senses, I'm like, okay, cool, you're protecting yourself, but we already had an agreement at this point.
What about my life? What about me?
It's like, let's come together, let's master these songs, and let's put it out. A very select few people knew what was going on and what that did to my spirit. To see the love and the admiration for the craft from people who I respected, not just Snoop, but Teddy Riley, Speech, like so many dope people, to feel pigeonholed. There's a certain pecking order, if you will, that I felt like I kept encountering. And I'm like, man, I could really break through if I could just put this song out. If I could just put these other, I have an archive of music that has been held up. And it becomes really disheartening, especially because it's like, that's the main thing that I want to do. I call him my sugar pudding pop. My sugar pudding pop. JP, God rest your soul, man. That was a part of my original squad, my original like Dizzie squad, the crew for real. At a certain point when he could, him and Moms was at studio sessions. Come on, man, I just did my makeup. JP was with me when I wrote Dulce Papi. I wrote the song in 10 minutes. We were sitting at the studio all day. Well, not all day, but for hours, waiting to go in. And I was like, I'm hungry. So I was like, I don't live far. Let's go back to my apartment real quick. And I made some chicken nuggets, some like vegan chicken nuggets. And originally I was asked to do like some oohs and ahs on the track. And I was like, let me just play it over and over again. So I got the chicken nuggets in the oven or whatever. And I'm playing it and he's sitting in the chair. He was holding Sade. Sade's like this big, my little cat. She's like this big at the time, 2 months. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, from another planet, call us energetic. We move like blue grooves, like I'm you and you're true. We're speaking without thinking. We both coming as we leave, and I'm enchanted by this evening. I'm in tune. So let's fear, you know, I'm here. It was like God took over. And it was the perfect moment because I was with the perfect person. I didn't talk about this for a long time because I didn't want to look weak. But I feel like JP would really want me to ride for this shit. People don't really know how it really like messes with your mental. He always used to call me Turtle, and he got me this turtle. That's why Thomas be here, because it's like My sugar pudding pop is with me.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I did such a good job on my makeup and now it's getting messed up. I need y'all to help me make it happen. Help us. Help us. Whew. All right. We fluff hair. We give them style, beauty, grace. Yes, darling. The third question, and I guess I kind of just put everything together. But the third question is, with all the bad that's in the music industry, what is good? The music is good. The music changes lives. It's, you know, it's the memories. Like, I was with one of my friends last night and Essence came on and instantly, I'm like, I remember the time when da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's what music does. It brings people together. The industry exploits the purity and the beauty in what music really represents. Creating this music really represents. And so I feel like as an artist who has experienced a lot of the industry issues, that one of the things that still brings me joy within music and even within the music industry is performing. So you've got the feel-good music, the creation of the music, and nowadays you can do it yourself. That's the best advice. Shout out to Chi, Coney, and Blue. I met them, Nova Wave. I met them on a flight back to Miami. It was crazy. Chi told me, learn how to do it yourself. I should have listened then. I thought it was too much. It was too overwhelming. But from that moment to now, there's been so many advancements in technology, plugins, making it very easy to be able to produce and record your own music. And then there's platforms now that you can just put your music in and it mixes it and edits it for you. Technology has been advancing literally at the speed of light. It's been happening so fast. So there's so many different things that you can do to make sure that you get your music out. And not everybody is bad. I've encountered some incredible people. Make You Mine, my last single, I'm gonna plug it right here. Okay? The best experience that I've had making music, besides making music like with my brother, as the producer was a friend that I met on Instagram. We've been friends for like 10 years over in the UK. Shout out to Thrillski, okay? Super straight to the point. The splits, easy. The music, easy. The recording, easy. I recorded a version in London with Madge. Shout out to Maggie. And then I recorded a version here in LA. There was no issues. I didn't have any issues. Then shout out to Daraj. I gotta give people their props, their flowers. Daraj mastered the record. He mastered Make You Mine and was like, blow this up. So I need y'all help for me to blow this up. But God put some amazing men and amazing creatives around me that helped to heal some of the wounds that I was still licking. On the up and up, about the business, about like good vibes, and they exist. So there is some good. There is some good. All in all, as you all know, I'm a woman of faith. I believe in God, and I do believe that God has had his hand on me this whole time. And even in the seasons where I was depressed, even when I felt like I wanted to give up, where I didn't want to do music anymore, when I didn't want to do life anymore, there was always that still small voice that was inspiring me and pushing me to continue one step at a time. This industry can take a lot out of you. It will take a lot out of you if you let it. More power to anyone who's got the courage to do this work, the courage to walk in your truth, to share pieces of your journey, whether you're writing for yourself, for somebody else, whether you're singing, whether you're rapping, whether you're playing an instrument, creating a vibe, whatever it is, that takes courage. Always be inspired by life. when it feels good and even when it doesn't feel good, because it informs your art, and art is beautiful. Art is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to be able to be an artist. So I know I went on my little soapbox for a bit, but when you have the knowledge and you have the tools, you're the only one that should be able to stand in your way. And this YouTube journey is my way of getting out of my own way and doing everything that I know how to do and being resourceful to get this music out and share the journey and hopefully help somebody else. I realized how many YouTubers have helped me, and I didn't even think that I could be in that same category. I just want to say thank you all so much for listening. Questions, put them in the group chat below. Like, comment, and subscribe. This journey is going to be incredible. I'll do music again, and I will start a band. If you know any super cool female musicians in LA that want to be a part of a band, put their information below. Tell them to hit me up. Let's make some music. Let's create a safe space for creatives to flow, because you can't really create if you don't feel safe. Kind of leads me into my next YouTube video, which I'll be talking about my yoga journey. That was number 2 on the list of what you all want to see from me. Once again, it's your girl Dizzie. You all make this journey so much more worth it.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Peace out. Dizzie. I can't say A-Town because I'm not from. Peace out. No, it just doesn't feel authentic. Just peace. Love. Tacos. I should get tacos or a burger.